So my name is Stephanie Gibbons. I'm a senior tutor at the University of Waikato, and that's just a teaching only position. So that's just what senior tutor means around here. Okay, so in our the first philosophy lecture that I went to, the lecturer stood up and he wanted to tell us what philosophy was. And he said in his final exam at Oxford, one of his exam questions, question 7, was, what is question 7 about? And then he wrote this exam answer about the word about. And I thought, man, that is so cool. Is that a thing that you can actually study and get credit for? And I think actually that was the moment where I realized that I already was a philosopher. I just didn't know what philosophy was previously. But I thought that sort of thing was way fun. And part of the fun was that many people in the class didn't like it. So I knew that that's what I wanted to do. So one of the things that I'm really interested in at the moment is cheating. So I report students for academic cheating sometimes, and I got interested in it as a kind of philosophical subject. So I think there's quite a lot of work on academic cheating by people in teaching and education, but philosophers haven't really done a lot of work on academic cheating. So the key questions here, so if you read the material that's written in education on cheating, it's all about insisting that students shouldn't cheat and finding ways to prevent them from cheating and asking questions about what motivates them to cheat. But the philosophically interesting questions are, why is it wrong to commit academic cheating? And as part of answering that question, we have the other question, which is what counts as cheating? Why do particular kinds of actions count as examples of academic cheating, and why is it wrong to perform them? So there's quite a lot of good work on this on cheating in sport, and academia has some similarities to the work that's been done on cheating in sport. But academia is not a game, or at least it's not obviously a game in the same way as sports are. So you get some similarities and also some important differences. And I'd like to address those questions. So again, there's been some good work in the philosophy of sport on this, because it's not clear that something has to be deceptive in order to count as cheating. So it's possible to find cases where there isn't deception, but it looks like there still is cheating that we ought to be concerned about. So there has to be something a little bit more to cheating than it just being a matter of deception. That also means that you have to find something that makes it wrong that isn't just about the deceptiveness. You can say that deceptiveness is wrong, but something else has to be going on here. So, I mean, the piece of advice I would give to myself is, look, philosophy is kind of a precarious kind of profession to pursue. So if you're going to do philosophy, you should do it because you love it. And I know that I also study ancient philosophy, and Plato and Aristotle talk about the pursuit of knowledge as sort of one of the higher goods. And Aristotle says you can't have a properly well-lived life without pursuing knowledge. And I really think that's true. It makes your life better if you pursue knowledge. And I think it makes my life better because I do philosophy. But one of the things that you can remember about that is that there are lots of ways of doing philosophy in a well-lived life, and you don't necessarily need to pursue it as a profession in order to benefit from being a philosopher. So I think the advice I would give to myself is not to get too hung up on the kind of trappings of being an academic philosopher, but to pursue the philosophy and enjoy that.